and thank you for inviting us here and having the possibility to do this presentation. It's an honor. So my name is Marcus Nirbrant, work as product manager, as you said, at Consilium Marine and Safety. And I'll be talking about ship-to-shore services that we are currently developing and also selling. I think this will be a rather quick presentation, and then you can come by us at stand BO3, and I'll show you a demo of the current systems that we have. So please do so. So Consilium is fairly well known in the industry. We have fire detection and gas detection systems on 50% of the fleet, basically, around the world. We also have navigation equipment such as voyage data recorders and speed logs, emission monitoring systems, and on top of these products, we now introduce the Consilium Cloud, which is a set of web application services and services for remote support that aim at reducing costs for service and maintenance and adding value and adding to the safety of the fleet. So you have probably already heard the many benefits of remote access technology and being able to do things from shore. And that is that remote diagnostics can reduce the need to send service technicians on board, of course. And we can also do proactive maintenance from shore, reducing downtime on systems. And of course, we can move many tasks from the vessel to shore and make it more efficient. Safety procedures can be evaluated continuously from shore, and upon incidents and accidents, of course, it's very valuable to get quick access to the facts and being able to play back voyage data recordings and so on in order to find reasons for incidents and accidents in a very fast and efficient way. So a little bit of the history of ship-to-shore data transfer, basically. So many of you probably have used or are still using USB memories for data transfer. And that's all good, but it takes a while to get the data from the ship to shore. So what you would basically do 10 years ago when you had an incident at sea, you would have to wait for the ship to come to shore, and you will make a data backup, put the USB memory in a little envelope, send it to the home office, and hope it reaches the office, where you would start some old PC software, read the instruction manual, and use the rather difficult software in order to play back the recordings. And this procedure might take several days, of course. You're not certain that the data arrives at the office. And the information that you could extract from this data didn't give much insights because of the difficult software that you had to use. Then a couple of years later, shipping companies tend to go to some IT department that opened up some VPN tunnel, perhaps, from shore directly into the vessel, which is not perhaps the most safe way to do things. And you still had the problem of rather difficult to use software at the office side. So at Consilium, we decided that we wanted to make this procedure with the focus on voyage data, recording, transfer, and playback super simple, and reduce all the need for technical expertise knowledge in order to gain insights into incidents and accidents. So we have developed the last 3 years very simple web application, cloud-based playback software. And in this software, all the steps that concerns data transfer as well as playback are integrated into a few-click tool. So we believe this is the way to do it, to reduce all the technical expertise, knowledge needed, and safety management. People should concentrate on safety management, and this tool should support them in that. They should not have to read manuals and so on in order to do their job. So just a little bit about the technology. Contrary to the way where the office would contact directly into the vessel, we have a middle stage here, which is the cloud server infrastructure. And the vessel connects to the server as well as the customer. So there is no direct connection into the vessel, meaning that we totally separate these worlds in a very safe and efficient way, so that we have full control of exactly what information leaves the ship and what users can access this information. So these services we gather now in something which we call the Consilium Cloud. And this is a concept which contains both diagnostics, remote support, as well as end-user applications for shipping companies. The diagnostics part, of course, aims at reducing unnecessary service visits on board. And we do that by having equally easy-to-use web applications for our service department, which means that they also can focus on what they are good at, analyzing faults and error codes and so on. And they don't have to travel to the ship in order to find out a simple problem. And this is our long-term goal, having a portal with all the ships connected and having the status of all the systems readily available for the service department, giving us the possibility to act proactively and contact the ship before they even know that there might be a concern about something. Also aiming at reducing downtime, of course, keeping the vessel sailing. And the second part is the end-user application part. And I was talking about this remote playback application in the middle here, which we have been working extensively on the last years. And we are now broadening the concept here, adding more applications. So it's rather easy for us now to add applications in cooperations with you as shipping companies. For example, this remote playback application we have developed in cooperation with the Stena Line, very close cooperation there. And we have also added now notifications, and that is based on the voyage data and fire detection data. You can now set up to receive SMS, text message, or email notification based on trigger events that you set up. For example, you could combine things such as shallow depth and high speed into one notification and get that as a little ping in your mobile phone when these rules have been fulfilled and there is a situation at sea which you would like to be aware of. And once you have received this little message, you can then, of course, go into these applications and play back the data and evaluate the situation like 10 minutes after it has occurred. So once again, going back to this image with a USB memory, we are cutting down the time as well as the threshold of usage. So making it really easy to climb over this threshold and analyze situations at sea. So what I'm trying to say here is that all our applications focus on simplicity, and with the end user in mind, we respect your working time, and you should not have to read complex instruction manuals and so on in order to do your job. So this system is now sailing on many vessels. So Stena Line we have been working with, ferries and cruise ships, and we have some cargo vessels and tankers also equipped with this. Also we see an interest in new segments. So we're working with some tugboat owners as well. They are really interested in having this on board. And also the internet connection close to the ports and so on is no problem, so makes it even more attractive. Also, we are looking at equipping road ferries with these systems. So here are a couple of the customers that we are cooperating with, implementing this service together with. And we are very happy to announce that we also signed agreement with Stena Line recently on adding more vessels to this system. Okay, very quick walkthrough. You're very welcome to our stand B3 if you want to try out this system and if you have further questions. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All those web applications, I thought of how does that fit into the current internet capacity?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because recently many shipping companies have invested in satellite technology, whereas some shipping companies are still stuck with a bit lower bandwidth capacity. But all our systems are built based on that, the fact that internet capacity is still rather expensive. So the end user here can choose what channels and data categories and time intervals and so on to transfer in order to minimize the amount of data that needs to be transferred from the ship to shore, making it really scalable and possible to equip any vessel with any internet capacity, really.
So, if you want to speak more about this, you go to stand B3, and I hope that between all your clouds, you sometimes see the sun as well. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks.